Hey, this is Paul Evans, your free online business coach. And by free, I mean I'm not making any offers. There's no affiliate links. There's no way that I can make money off of any of these videos, even though today we're going to begin talking about how to make money. We're here in the final lane of the monetization matrix. We've talked about our message, our market, the way that we need to figure out our model, and now we're in monetization. So how do we take our model and actually monetize it? How do we make money from it? So the first model that we talked about was the reporter. This is basically an affiliate marketer, and the way that the reporter makes money is that they point and they move people from hype to help with information. You don't have to create your own product. You don't have to have your own customer support. None of those things. You don't have to have your own sales page. What you're basically doing is helping people understand a result that they may get if they use a particular product or become part of a particular coaching club or mastermind or anything along those lines. So the great thing is all you're doing is really gathering information that you share with other people to help them make the best decision to gain the result that they want. I think it's a fantastic way to begin. If this is the first time that you're really trying to make money online, I think helping others is the best way to do it. And moving people from that hype to help, I think, is critical. One of the reasons I did the shiny object syndrome video was to really help people understand that you don't have to pursue everything, and you certainly don't have to complicate everything. And then the manual list was all about how minimal you have to have things online to actually be able to make money. Now, the hype to help piece, I think, is critical simply because there are a lot of people out there with even some decent products and decent ideas that have so hyped them that they've made an unrealistic goal that most people will never be able to reach. So, for example, there's an individual out there that releases a lot of content about how to make $100 a day here, $500 a day there. And it's not that it's impossible, but it sounds like it's easy. And then once you go and you investigate what's actually being sold, you realize it's a lot harder than the individual is saying. In fact, it's almost impossible to make money that way. And most people see the content and think, oh, I'm going to make $500 a day. Well, the truth is, if you made $500 a year using that technique, it would be amazing. I think maybe almost impossible, because you got to have a certain skill set to actually reach that level. So let's say you decide that you want to point people in a direction of help, and you're going to help them reach their goal. How do you do this? Well, you begin with collect. You want to collect all the information you can about that particular niche, all the information you can about the problems that those people face. You want to become not an expert in the terms of people can turn to you and you're an expert knowledge-wise. You want to be an expert about the niche. You want to be an expert about the problems in the niche that never go away. You want to be an expert about all of the products that you can recommend to those niches. So when you're thinking about that, you want to go into crazy collection. You're going to read articles. You're going to study data. You're really going to become a researcher, because a true reporter that points does not simply publish an article out of their own mind. They go out and research, and they do interviews, and they find out all they can about that particular topic. Then they publish their report, right? So when you're pointing people in a certain direction, you want to make sure that you know as much about it as possible. So you want to collect all of the beliefs in that industry, all the struggles in that industry, so that you can point people accurately. Secondly, you want to project. You want to project the future. You're going to take those struggles, those problems, those hang-ups, those roadblocks, and you're going to point people forward. You're going to project them into the future so that they can see what the result is going to be if they follow your recommendation. Now, again, it's not as simple as simply going, hey, go buy this product, but you're saying, if you get this product, here are the results that I've determined are viable. Now, that's a big word, viable. Because you're not simply saying, hey, if you buy this product, let's say it's weight loss, you're going to lose 60 pounds in the next month. You may say, hey, this product promises that you're going to lose 60 pounds in the next month. My research has shown that the average person that follows this protocol loses 14.5 pounds in a month. All right, so it's not the 60 that's promised. It's not the exaggeration, but through your research, you find out that the average person's losing 14 and a half pounds. Well, how about bringing that information to bear? How about projecting someone into the future at a 14 and a half pound loss, even though it's not the exaggerated 60-pound loss? Because as you know, most sales letters, most salespeople take the outlier, the one exaggerated case, and they act like that's the norm. And we know it's not. So we find out the norm and we sell the norm, and hopefully we're representing a product where the normal result is still a fantastic result. So project them into the future. And then you want to correct. You want to correct any false beliefs, anything that's out there that is not accurate. You want to take your stance. You remember in the very beginning when we talked about message, about your cause, this is where your cause comes to bear. That you're out there really advocating for your client, for your niche, for your industry, and any false beliefs that are out there, you want to correct those. Now, I've done that in a very light way through this series, in that I'm making it pretty obvious that you don't have to overcomplicate things to make money online. I've made it pretty obvious that you really don't have to have a lot of things even set up to make money online, that you don't necessarily need a website. You don't need a funnel in the beginning, that it's really as simple as having an offer, someone to put it in front of, and something like PayPal so that people can check out. And then you can actually email them. If you had a product or a report, you just email it to them. In this case, you don't need a website or anything. You basically just need a product that you believe in that you get to make that recommendation on, right? But when you're making those recommendations, you want to correct any false beliefs that that industry has. And so you're going to become the main player, the voice of reason, common sense in the industry. And then number 4 is that you're going to protect them. You're going to become an advocate for them. I remember a few years ago, one of my friends in online industry had recommended a product. The people bought it. A lot of her prospects and clients bought it. And it didn't work the way that the person said it would. They had some glitches in the software. It was still really in beta mode. And so instead of just going, hey, get a refund, she went to bat for them. She contacted the product creator. She went after them and said, what are you going to do to make this right? And ended up getting a bunch of extra bonuses for her people while they waited for the software to be corrected. All right, that's someone who protects. Go to bat for. So if you do make a recommendation and it seems like, oh, wow, this didn't turn out quite as well as I thought it would, that you're going on the offensive for your people. You're going to protect them, and they know they can depend on you. All right, so those are the first 4 critical points of really making that recommendation, pointing and what your overall thought and feeling about your industry should be. Now, how do we choose an affiliate product to recommend? Let's look at that next. So when you're choosing an affiliate product, there's 3 key affiliate choices that I like to think about. Number 1 is I really like to focus on recurring revenue. That way I'm selling it once, I'm getting paid over and over and over again. And usually if it's a recurring model, then you're going to get about 30% a month. So if you're recommending one of the most popular lead generation softwares and funnel softwares out there, you're probably going to get about 30 or 33% a month. But once you sell it, every month that's recurring. The other great thing about that is when you're looking at the recurring model, you want to look at something that people have to have ongoing. Like if it's a knowledge product, they may decide after 3 months, hey, I'm done with it. With a software product, if they'll end up using it, then it could become a mainstay. So they feel like if I quit this, I've lost something major. So you want that. You also want the recurring need. In a future episode when we dive into membership sites, and you creating your own, a recurring need is something they need every single week or every single month regardless. For example, most sales organizations have a sales meeting every single week. And what do they need? They need an opening, they need information, they need a close, maybe they need a video to watch, they need an outline of how to conduct the meeting to motivate their sales force. That's every week. It's a recurring need. So someone who sells a recurring package to salespeople, man, that could be fantastic, right? So maybe that's a niche that you enter into as an affiliate and you're getting that 33% every single month or as often as it renews, and you're not having to do anything but sell it once. Another option is higher ticket items. Now, there's a lot of teaching and talk out there about just go high ticket. Man, here's something that pays $1,000 per sale, $5,000 per sale. I'm cool with that if you feel like it really matches your market and your people aren't going to be taken advantage of. For example, if I'm in a high net worth industry and I've got a product that's $10,000, I'm going to make $5,000 of it. And to these people, $10,000 is like $1, and it's really a great product. I don't mind recommending it. Now, even if it's a great product, but it's somebody that's not really making any money and they got to put it on their credit card and they're not sure how they're going to pay it off, but they feel like if I follow this and if I make money, I can pay off my credit card. No, I don't recommend that at all. Because even if they could make money with it, the pressure of having to, because they couldn't afford it, man, that bothers me. But there are a lot of high ticket quality products out there. And then the process product. So this is the one where they buy the initial product, there's an upsell, there's a cross sell, there's a lot of those different sales. Maybe it's got a recurring component as well. So you're going to earn 50% on one side and you're going to earn 30 or 33%, on the recurring side. So there's a lot of different options out there for you when it comes to that. The real key is that you are following the path that you need to follow to serve your industry. Remember, from hype to help. But those are just 3 avenues that I feel like are the best. I like revenue, recurring revenue, number 1 is my favorite. Secondly, I like the higher ticket. And third, I like the process where there's upsells, downsells, and side sells. So how do you make these recommendations safely? So what you want to do, first of all, is you've got to research and make sure that you find the affiliate product, right? And so you're going to type in your niche plus affiliate program. So if I'm in public speaking, affiliate program. Online business, affiliate program. Funnel, affiliate program. I mean, whatever your niche is, weight loss, affiliate program. Fitness, affiliate program. Pets, affiliate program. A certain type of dog, bulldog, affiliate program. You can type it all in, dog training, affiliate program. Whatever your niche is, plus affiliate program, is going to reveal some of the possibilities for you in your market. Now, it's not enough just to go out there and go, oh man, I found a program. Let me go. You want to then take these steps. Number 1, if you can, contact the producer, the creator. Ask him or her some questions. Interview them a little bit. Why did they make this product? What's so critical about it? Why is it better than other products? Because then when you're talking to your people, you can say, I actually interviewed Sue and she said X about this is why she did this, blah, blah, blah. Or you could even interview them for the actual sales. Now, this is a little bit different because usually people want to host a webinar and it's a setup for the sale and those kind of things. And I think it's great. I think those work out really well. But I think just a regular interview where you're really just talking to the person and it's not a setup is even more valuable. But interview, talk to the producer, contact affiliates. Who do they have already making sales? Who's their number 1 salesperson? Who's their last one? Interview both of those. Find out why one's making a lot of money and one isn't. Get to know these people. Find out what works for them. They're willing to share it. Now, even if you are the competition, if you've not made any sales yet, you can say, look, I've not even made a sale on this product. I'm thinking about recommending it. What do you like about it? Why has it been successful for you? What do your people think? Go through the funnel or at least get a sample of the product, obviously. Now, maybe this should have been number 1, is that you don't want to represent a product that you don't know anything about, right? You don't simply want to say, hey, go and buy this product, when the truth is you're not sure about the quality. So you want to ensure the quality. If it's a process, number 3 above, then you want to step by step through it so you know exactly what people are going to face. I've done that before and said, listen, there's going to be some upsells, some cross sells. Upsell number 3, ignore completely. You don't need it. People are like, what? I don't need it. What is upsell number 3? So sometimes they'll buy, but they're super aware upsell number 3 is not necessary. So it's kind of an interesting process when you've gone through it and you can validate what they should and should not do. And then number 4 is to check out the reviews. And there may be some, there may not be some. What I'm not a huge fan of, unless it's everyday people, I'm not a huge fan of the reviews and testimonials on the sales page because those have been hand selected. And if they're famous people in that niche, look at that as an endorsement. Don't look at it as a testimonial. An endorsement basically says, I believe in this person. I'm sure the product is great. Testimonial is, I actually use this product. Here is the exact result I got. You want to get information based on results, not simply endorsements. And a lot of, quote, testimonials on sites are really just endorsements. It's not people saying, here is the exact result I got. It's usually people going, hey, I love so-and-so. I think their product is great and you should buy it. Instead of, I bought this product on X day. They told me that within 30 days I'd get X result. I achieved that result on day 25, or it took me 45 days instead of 30 days. At least then you've got some actual information that you can share that's based in results and based in data. So there's the overview of how to point someone to a product, moving them from hype to help, really diving into the industry, understanding it, owning it, becoming an advocate for your people, and then the top 3 keys to choosing an affiliate program and the steps that you need to take to make your selection and really research it to make sure that you're going to be going out there and promoting it well. So let's say that you've chosen your niche, you've chosen your affiliate program. How in the world are you going to get out there and make sales? I think that the easiest way to begin, and you can't spam anybody, but the easiest way to begin is to go out and look in forums, in groups, find out who's having these issues, having these struggles, and then here's what you don't do. You don't private message them and say, hey, I'm also in X group. I see that you're struggling with Y. I found a great product that solves that. Here, buy this. No, begin with a conversation. Begin saying, hey, I saw that you had this struggle. Are you still having it? What have you tried so far? Do you have any recommendations for moving forward? Start getting their advice. Start with the conversation. Don't think this is a setup to make a sale, but get to know people first. This is going to help you get to know your market. And then when the time is right, then you can say, here's a product that I recommend. I've spent a lot of time in this industry. You're not the only one that has this issue. I'm seeing it over and over and over again. Because of that, it really hit my heart in a way that made me say, I've got to find the solution. I've got to find the answer. And this seems to be the one that's number one. Maybe you've already tried it. If you haven't, before you buy it, ask me any questions that you want. Because I recommend it 100%, but I don't want you going in blindly. So, that's just a small step that you can take in the beginning. Can you get in there and buy ads, send them through a process and a funnel and an information process and funnel that really educates them before they make the decision? You sure can. If you want to go to all of that, I want to say trouble, but if you want to go and create all of that ahead of time, it's certainly fine. I just think there's easier ways to do it, and it's a lot more connective and a lot more connection-based and conversation-based that's going to help you a lot more than simply setting up something and hopefully you can automate it to the point where you're not really having to do any work. I say begin with the work, begin with the conversation, make the recommendations, move people from hype to help. As always, success is not an accident. Be blessed.